Started. Okay, cool. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy payday. So, as I mentioned before we got started here, tonight we're going to be talking a little bit about customers. We're going to be going over my best customer tips. Like I said last week, I actually had this training plan for you guys, and then we had some things come up. So, I did ask my downline to send, their most frequently, thought of questions when it comes to enrolling, or maybe if they're struggling enrolling customers, anything that they are curious about. So I have a couple questions here that I'm going to kind of start off this training with. But number one, I really, really want you guys to realize that at the end of the day, enrolling in your business, it truly comes from mindset, right? Like you have to have the mindset that you can do something before you actually do it. So for me, when I first started my business, I was very promoter heavy. Like I was always sharing the business, always on my socials talking about what the business was doing for me, the compensation plan, all of those things, because we have such an amazing comp plan, right? We have such an amazing business model here. But when it comes to enrolling customers, we also have an amazing product line that speaks for itself when you use these products, right? So I really wanted to focus on this because I feel like a lot of times when it comes to business building, we're so focused on enrolling and bringing babes into the business and getting them onboarded. But we can't forget that number one, we have a product line that is the core of this business, right? So for me, I've actually been super customer heavy since July. So I've been really trying different things in my business to see, what's going to bring people into my inbox. What is it that is catching people's attention? So like I said, I did ask my downline a couple weeks ago for some questions that they might have had about enrolling in the business as far as customers. And there was a few things that stood out to me in those questions that I really wanted to start this off with. So one of those questions, which was, it was so broad that I really was like, this is something that I want to start this off with because I feel like it is a question that so many people who are new in this business have, but a lot of people who are veterans in this industry kind of forget that, right? So the first question that I was asked, sorry, my phone is obviously dying, so my screen keeps going black, but my notes are on here. If I keep looking down, that's why. Question number one was, do you sell more with stories or feed posts? Now, I want to touch on that because I feel like no matter how many trainings we do, no matter how many times, one of us says, you have to decide, you have to want it, you have to this and that, what it comes down to is that this business, whether you're enrolling promoters or customers, just growing this business in general, it is not just a story or a specific thread that's going to come up and have everybody in your inbox. It's not the luxury car that's sitting in my driveway that's having people enroll with me, right? So I don't sell more with stories or feed posts. It's compounded, if that makes sense. So what I mean by that is there's no magic interaction. There's no magic slide that's going to get clients in your inbox. Enrollments for customers or promoters, guys, they're going to come from compounded efforts in every area of your business. So that is showing up on social media, consistently doing your IPAs, having multiple conversations a day. Now, if you are not new to my Zooms or my trainings, you know that the biggest thing for me and my downline is, yes, IPAs are getting you to the work, but they are not the work. You have to show up and do IPAs every day. You should be doing them multiple times a day, taking that first focus round to really dive into your business. But that's not the work, right? If you're doing the IPAs and you're not getting people in your inbox, then that's not leading you into conversations, right? We left off my last training that I did in Limitless with, action equals attraction, attraction equals opportunity, right? And once you get to opportunity, that is where the ball is in your court to share your testimony, to share, why you love the products, how it's helped you in your life. So it's neither a story or a feed post, guys. It's everything. If you're not posting on your feed every single day, at least one time, I'm not going to sit here and say that, I don't skip my feed post sometimes. Maybe I don't feel inspired to post on my feed. Maybe I feel like I don't know what to say or I don't have a picture, right? A lot of of times that happens to me where I'll say, okay, maybe I don't have like the perfect thing to post, or I don't know what to say, or, whatever. So if I feel that way and I feel like it's being forced, then I'm not going to post on my feed. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go heavy behind the scenes on interacting, trying to reach out to new people, as in, when I'm going through stories and I'm doing IPAs, I'm having intention behind what I am saying to that person. I'm not just going through and saying, oh, you're pretty, you're cute, love your shoes. Like, I'm literally trying to connect with them on whatever they're sharing in that story that I'm replying to. I'm going to try and find what in that story relates to me and how I can start a conversation with them. And if it feels forced, guys, it probably is, right? So it's not just one thing. It's literally showing up on your social media every day, having multiple conversations, even if you don't seal the deal, guys. I'm not saying you need to have 10, 15 conversations with newbies every day and get them in the system, but that's planting seeds. Even if you were literally just saying, girl, I love your page, I've been following you, like, I'd love to keep connecting with you. Or if, she posts her favorite ice cream and that's your favorite flavor, and you're like, girl, I love that flavor, like, have you tried this? Bring your personality into it. That is what's going to get people to join you. It's not a story post. It's not a perfectly crafted feed post. It is you, right? You showing up and just being who you are, the same way you would go to the bar and meet a girl and say, hey girl, let's go dance, right? We're all women here, I think. I'm pretty sure. When you're at the bar and you're younger and you're in the bathroom, you've had a little bit to drink, or maybe you had your sober drink with you, and you meet the girls in the bathroom and they're like, let's go dance, like, right? Same thing, guys. Be yourself, right? I don't care if you're sober or you like to have a drink once in a while. You go into the bathroom at the bar on a Friday night, them girls want to be your friends, right? Same thing here. Utilize who you are and your personality and what makes you you to connect with people the same way you would if you were just trying to make friends. Can we take the pressure off of every conversation I'm having on social media needs to be an enrollment? Because it doesn't. You know how many times people accidentally click my polls and I say, hey, so-and-so, I saw you click my poll. Were you interested? And they say, oh, no, sorry, I wasn't. I clicked it by accident. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. Like, no worries at all. Like, have a great day. Why? Because I know they're going to continue watching my things. And then what's going to happen is 6 months down the line, when I go on social media and I see a little bubble popped up in my corner, in my DMs, and I see that name from the girl who clicked my poll, and she's going, hey, I seen your post and I saw that you were talking about, a decreasing bloat product, or, whatever it is. Like, I literally had this conversation with someone last week where she reached out via my poll. I asked her, hey, do you want info? She said, oh, no, thank you. Like, it was an accident. And next thing I know, last week, she's coming to me and she's saying, hey, I saw you posted on your feed about X, Y, and Z, right? Plant those seeds, guys. It doesn't have to be an enrollment. Literally, you doing the work of having a conversation and just saying, like, this is what I do, this is what I have. If they ask you that question, you don't have to force it. That's the beauty of what we do, right? It's so humanized that we can just talk about it. And if they want information or they want to do it, they're going to tell you that, right? You don't need to shove it down their throat. So showing up on social, being consistent with IPAs, having conversations, even if you're not sealing the deal. It's not about the enrollment. Obviously, we want to enroll them. We want to earn the commission. We want to, build our business further. Yes, of course. That's why we start. But at the end of the day, the way that you're going to get that done is over time by planting seeds. Education of this business and these products need to be your number one focus when you are having conversations with potentials on social, on Facebook, in text, whatever it is. It cannot be, I need the enrollment, I need the sale, right? You have to have a servant mindset from this, where it's you're helping this person, you're informing this person. That person is a human, they're an adult, most likely, if they're talking to you about this, so they can make their own decision. I don't convince anyone to try our products. What do? I get on social media every single day and I share myself on video taking the products, or I get on video and I talk about my boost shot. Guys, like, I'm not saying like I'm trying to toot my own horn here or anything, but I don't remember people doing boost shots before I was like, hey, I'm going to do boost shots. Like, now all my downline does boost shots. Girls on other teams in this downline do boost shots. Why? And they come to me and they say, hey, Tina, I'm doing a boost shot. Why? Because I got up on social and I shared how I do it. I shared why I like it. I shared what it's doing for me. A product, at the end of the day, yes, the ingredients matter. Yes, that people want to know what's in the product. But at the end of the day, guys, what's truly going to get someone saying, hey, I want to try this, is when you simply say, this product is what I'm using. This is why I use it. This is why I love it. Boom. Guess what? That person no longer really gives a shit about what's in it. They want to feel that good, right? And when it comes down to ingredients, if someone wants to know what's in the products, aside from how it makes you feel, guys, utilize your back office. We have PDFs for every single product, ingredients, what it's supposed to do. I mean, come on, I've been in this business for almost 3 years now, guys. The 26th of this month will be 3 years since I started with this business. And I will tell you right now, back in the day when I started, we did not have all of the training videos that you do now on all the different team pages. We had one team page, it was Hustle and Thrive Tribe, and it was like Lindsay, and like two other leaders' face all over it. And we didn't have all the things that we do now. So for me, if I needed to be self-sufficient and find out what a product did, I would go to my back office. I would look at the PDF. I would see what the company says that the product does. And then I put it into my own words and match it with how the product makes me feel. Right? Because at the end of the day, it's about the feeling. It's about what it's doing for you that is going to show that person what it can do for them. So showing up on social media is number one. And again, this is with that question of, do you sell more from stories or feed posts? So I'm going along with that here. Number two, I kind of already talked a little bit about this, but guys, with the products, if you are struggling with sharing the products as far as, getting clients, whatever, you need to make sure you are getting on social and sharing your personal testimony, right? When you bring people into this business for products, they are most likely going to be coming to you for the same reason you started this business or started these products, right? For me, I didn't join this business for weight loss. I'm probably 100 pounds soaking wet right now because I'm going through digestive issues and trying to get myself diagnosed with celiac or not. So for me, I'm not looking to lose weight. I use these products because I wanted to gain healthy muscle. I needed energy. I was a college student at the time. I was a full-time student. I was also on e-board in my sorority. I was exhausted and I was living off the drive-through and soda, right? So for me, a lot of my product posts, when I share my transformation or why I started these products, it's going to start with the fact that I was a sophomore in college. My diet was horrible. I looked like crap. I felt like crap. And I'm going to share that. And then I'm going to share my solution, right? The biggest thing with our products and sharing your testimony is I need you guys to share your pain points. Okay? I really want you to understand what that means. Your pain point is a thing or a negative reason that pulled you towards these products. And the product is the solution, right? So for me, my pain point was I was exhausted. I was a full-time college student and I was living off the drive-through. I wasn't getting a nutrient-dense meal every single day. I was sleeping horribly. I was partying and drinking all the time. I was super bloated, right? So I think about the reasons I wanted to try these products. And then I'm going to go out there and I'm going to repeatedly share my story with the product and why I started them. Guys, let me take it back for a second. Marketing in general is supposed to be repetitive. Okay? Your message doesn't have to change. The underlying reason you started these products does not have to change. You can be repetitive in your content and sharing your story and why you started. Your story will always evolve over years and years of you continuing to grow with this business. But the products, why you started, if you're not sharing that and you do not have a product post, so for me, I have a slide for my stories that literally goes through my transformation with the products. First, it starts with why I started, what my life was like. I have pictures of myself partying in college. I have beer all over my shirt, right? I look like crap. I'm bloated, you can tell, in every single dress and shirt I'm wearing. And I'm a small person, right? So I'm going to share what life looked like before Thrive. And then I'm going to share, okay, now I started to get to a point where it was too much, right? I felt like shit. I wanted to change my life. So I think I have like a picture of me in the mirror and I'm like going like this. And you can tell that I literally, like, I haven't started my journey yet. I'm just starting. So I wrote on that slide, this was my before picture. This was the moment that I decided to make a change. The next slide is me showing my products when I first started. And if you look at this product, I think I can actually pull up this slide that I'm talking about for you guys. You can absolutely tell I'm so much younger. I look just like absolutely horrific. And that is a visual aspect for my audience to see that and say, you know what, like I can see the difference in her, right? Because number one, I'm showing up with my story and my pain points. I'm sharing how these products were a solution. But not only that, guys, they're seeing that visual transformation in my body, right? When you come into this business, if you're here for some sort of transformation, when you want to sell these products, you want to share the products, you cannot be afraid to share your transformation. I know a lot of times if you come into this for weight loss, or maybe you're just like not confident at all in how your body looks at the moment, and that's totally fine. We're all human. We all have insecurities, right? But if you want to grow, you have to get uncomfortable. And if you want to change lives with these products in this business, you have to be willing to put yourself out there to show others what is possible. So here is what I'm talking about with this slide. I have a thread. It's called Thrive Product Slide. It's in my albums. And it starts with this little thread right here. Literally, I have alcohol in my shirt. I look bloated in every single picture here. This was one of my modeling shots. You can see my stomach through my shirt because I was so bloated, and I'm a small person, right? So then you're gonna go through this slide and you're gonna see my transformation. My diet was crap, right? I'm like, haha, there's no thing about nutrition in my life. You know, it keeps going. And then I say, okay, so I wanted to make a change. I clearly look extremely young there. My hair's super short. This was 3 years ago, guys. And so I talk about how I was living off of coffee. I was staying up doing my work until 2 in the morning because I was partying all the time. This was that initial, I need to make a change photo. And then I go into, okay, apparently a lot of those, but then I go into my actual transformation. This was me before Thrive. This is me in 2020, right? So I'm going through and I'm sharing the different things about my body, about the products, how they're making me feel. And in turn, I get people looking at that and they say, wow, I hear her story. I see why she needed to make a change. Okay, now I'm seeing her visual representation of her transformation. Let me reach out to her, right? And that's why it's so, so important to make sure you are being consistent and showing up on social. Because if you post that one time and then you ghost and then you come back 6 months later and you share your products again, you're like, they're so bomb. People are going to be like, girl, I haven't seen you for 6 months. What do you mean they're so bomb, right? You need to be consistent. And that's why I say, when it comes to that question, do you sell more with stories or with feed posts? It's neither here nor there, guys. And that's the thing I need you to understand is it's literally every single training, every question you've ever had, anything on these team pages, you can apply it to either enrolling promoters or enrolling customers. And all of those things are going to be compacted, a collected effort, thank you, Sue, to build your business, right? It's the same way. I did an analogy with my team yesterday. Which it kind of fits here, but I did an analogy with my team and I said, you know, if you're not where you want to be, let's use it in this aspect with customers. You're not enrolling customers. Maybe you have 0 PV right now and you're running for these bonuses and you need that PPA, right? PPA is coming from new promoter packs and new customer orders. So you need to make sure you're getting new customers in. So at the end of the day, I need you to realize like it's a collective effort, guys. If you're on a boat with me in Puerto Vallarta, right? And you fall off the boat and you're just sitting there and you're waiting for me to throw the life raft to you and you're not treading water, what's going to happen? You'll probably get a hold of the life raft, right, later on, but by that point it might be too late if you're not swimming yourself or trying at least, right? But if you're treading water and you're trying to hold yourself up and you're being consistent every day and you're sitting there and you're treading water, you're showing up on social, you're posting every day, you're having conversations, planting seeds, whether they're enrolling or not. And then I throw you that life raft, you're gonna survive. You're gonna be good. You're gonna get back on that boat and you're gonna flourish. Same thing here, guys. You can't have all the tools and the lifeboat and everything and say, you know what, I'll get to 200K. I'll get the lifeboat. Not if you're not treading water right now, baby. We need to fix that, right? So showing up on social, number one, collective effort, that is the number one thing. It doesn't matter if you're posting on your stories or you're posting on your feed. Either way, you got to do both. You got to show up. You got to bring your personality to the platform. And that's the biggest thing is like when you're writing captions and you're sharing your story with these products, guys, remember that it's your story. Remember that the reason you started these products may be the reason that your next customer who becomes a passionate promoter, they start too, because you did. So sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. Okay, why did you start with them? What was your day-to-day like, right? What about the products made you feel like you wanted to start a business here? Share your product fives, guys. When we say fives and I enroll new people, a lot of times I get like the 1 through 5 and like my family, my dogs, beauty, like I get 5 things that they like, right? That's not what we mean. When we say fives, we mean pick 5 reasons why you started this business. What were those struggles in your life that pushed you to get so uncomfortable to make a change, right? Same thing with your products. Why did you start the products? What did you feel like before you started them? What did you feel like after you started them? What are pain points in your market, your target market, right? Your target market for customers right now, I'm telling you, is the exact same reason you started this business, right? For me, a lot of people think that my transformation is a weight loss journey. They think that. So I do sign a lot of ultra steps. Why? Because in my photos, I'm so bloated before I started these products, it looks like I lost a ton of weight. You'd be surprised to know I gained muscle mass. I gained weight, right? Muscle weighs more than fat. So I do a lot of ultra steps and weight loss, but at the same time, I get a lot of anxiety ridden people who want to feel better, calmer day to day, people who just want to have energy, college students who want to be decreasing their bloat because they're eating that dine hall food, right? Like, think about the reasons you joined and share that till the death, like literally till the end of time. And you're working this business all the way through your life, girl. That's what you want. Until the end of time, I need you to share this. I don't care how many times your social media saw that story. I don't care how many times you've shared that message. Your people need to hear that message, right? That's your message. That's your marketing. Your message doesn't change. The way you present your message, whether it's in a cute story or with this photo or whatever, okay, cool, change that up. But your message is not going to change with these products because you started these products for a reason. Okay, so next thing I wanted to talk about. All right, so this goes with the same question. So again, going into a little bit more of like the bells and whistles of the business. So a lot of times people ask me, how do you create such cute content slides, or how do you do this, or how does your presets look so good? And at the end of the day, like, if you're just starting your business or you've been here for 6 months and you're not getting anywhere, I really, really, really need you guys to take a step back and really realize that the presets and the cute pictures and the cute content on your slides, like, that's all great, that's awesome, but it's bells and whistles, right? At the end of the day, if I didn't want to work my business on social media and I wanted to go knocking door to door and pitch them my elevator pitch as to why they should join this business or why they should try these products, then I can do that. You don't have to be on social media to be successful in this business. But when you do show up on social media, it's not so much about the presets and, all the bells and whistles and all that. It's about the message, right? Just like I said, it's your message and what you bring to the table. I'm not a mass enroller in this business, guys, because of my preset or because I make content every single week. I'm a mass enroller in this business because I am one of the most consistent people I know in this business. Every single day when I wake up, the first thing I'm doing is taking my products. And guess what the second thing I'm doing is? Posting the picture of my products on my story to tell people why I need the capsules so bad that day, or how I'm excited to take my capsules and jump out of bed because they make me feel amazing, right? For the first year of my business, I wasn't going to Starbucks. I was literally cutting out coffee because that's what I was living off of at school in order to just do my work. So when I found these capsules end of my sophomore year of college and I didn't have to go spend my meal plan money at the dining hall on a Starbucks every 3 hours, guess what? My life was changed right then and there. I was saving money. I was feeling better. So I shared that. And that's what people wanted to know about me. Why was I doing this? What were these products doing for me? That's why I was enrolling them. Again, it comes from genuinely showing up with my personal testimony, having conversations, creating genuine relationships. I was training one of my babes earlier on how I write captions, right? At the end of the day, those captions, they just come from my heart, right? They come from my story, why I started. And a lot of times I will use the fact that there's things in the pictures that relate to what I want to talk about, right? Same thing, guys. When you're writing captions about your testimony, stop overthinking it. Literally write your posts like you are literally sharing a blog about your life, right? It doesn't have to be a separation between who you are and why you take these products. It can be one whole lineup. Imagine your Instagram is just telling a story to your audience about your life and about how Thrive fits into it and how these products make you feel amazing and how you feel like you're aging backwards, right? Whatever you feel like these products are doing for you, I need you to show up, stop overthinking it, and share it till the end. Okay, so this is another thing that I have here that I wanted to share with you. I want you guys to stop thinking of your business as this like masculine, energetic source of structure, right? It's not about, oh, I need the perfect post or I need the perfect time to post or, you know, like whatever. Like it's not about that, right? We're here building an empire with this business because it comes from freedom, right? It produces freedom here. Freedom from pain, discomfort, fatigue, like in the product aspect, right? There's a whole nother aspect of freedom when you come into the business as a promoter. But what do you gain out of this when you use the products, right? I need you to think about that as like, instead of you being salesy or being afraid to share that story because you feel like you're going to be salesy, I need you to switch that masculine energy to a feminine energy of, this is amazing. I'm going to serve everybody with it. It is so awesome. Everybody needs to hear about this because it's going to change their life. It's going to bring beauty to their life. It's going to bring amazing feelings, happiness, right? I need you to switch your mindset to, I'm not going to share about my story today with these products because X, Y, and Z is going to say something, or X, Y, and Z is going to, judge me for it. I don't care. I made a post earlier about how I'm so successful in this business and I don't care about people talking, badly about me or whatever. Of course, when I first started my business, I had people who were, naysaying me, not believing in me, talking badly about me. I think I shared this on a call before, where girls I went to high school with literally changed their bio to no blank girls, and like started a joke about the fact that people were cold messaging them. Because in my first business, I was with a different company, right? And a lot of us know that Hey Girl company, and people I graduated high school with put that company in their inbox and said, no, these girls. And I mean, come on, when you are one of the only people in your high school working in this industry and you see that, it makes you feel like crap, right? But at the end of the day, right now, where am I sitting and what am I doing in my life? And where is that person? I'll tell you right now, she's still in the same bar, the still same hometown, everything. And that's fine. That's cool. That's great for her. I'm happy for her. But at the end of the day, I wanted more for myself. And if you want more for yourself, you have to be not afraid of getting uncomfortable, not afraid of sharing why you started these products, not afraid when you're in Walmart and the checkout person goes, what's that sticker on your chest, right? You need to be bold and loud and proud about what this business has. And I'll tell you right now, if you're not bold and loud about the products and what they're doing for you, you're going to struggle enrolling customers. People do not care about the ingredients as much as you think they do. Our ingredients are bomb. Our ingredients are awesome. We have premium grade products. But at the end of the day, you're going to sign people by letting them know how the products make you feel, how they're going to make them feel. And you have to paint that picture for them, right? Because when you come into this business, they're going to want to know what's, in the products. They're going to want to know what it does for them. But I need you to accentuate on your testimony, right? So when you're in conversation with people and they're like, hey, my goal is this, I want to do this, this, and this. Like, first of all, take it back. Right off the bat in conversation, the first question I'm asking that potential who wants information on the products, what are your goals? Okay, if you're not doing that right off the bat, I need you to start doing that. When they say, hey, I want information on this, I need you to say, hey, girl, I'm so excited for you. Like, whatever you want to say in that aspect in your own words. But I need you to end that off with, what are your goals? I would love to help you get there. Because if you ask that question right off the bat, then you can recommend them exactly the system that's going to work for them, right? If it's weight loss, they're going to want to go with Ultra or TAC, depending on what they're looking for, what their eating habits are like, their workout habits. Get to know what your customer wants, because once you get to know what they're looking for, how they're feeling right now, what they want, not only can you literally guide them to the correct 3-step, but then you can literally save so much time in trying to figure out what products they need. And you can go right into, girl, I'm so excited to tell you about this. These products have done X, Y, and Z for me. This is why I love them. You're going to feel bomb. 5 to 8 minutes first thing in the morning, right? Share your passion. Share your excitement. Share your testimony. Give them a little piece of that in conversation, because I promise you, and if you mix in voice message with that, oh, you taking it home, sister. Like, be bold, be loud, be proud, right? I see so many people struggling, even in my own downline. So if you're in my downline, listen up, because I had a lot to bring to the table tonight. Guys, another thing that I want to touch on real quick is, when you are trying to enroll customers and you're not bringing people into the business and you're not having conversations about that, I need you to really, 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 really take a step back and audit yourself. Are you actually sharing your personal testimony? And I'm going to call some of y'all out right now, because I make a lot of our team's content. A lot of the time I see people in my own downline literally making slides that are exactly like I made them. And that's fine, right? They can be the same general inspiration, but I don't want to be seeing my exact words on your slides. Why? Because that's my story. That's why you're not signing customers. That's why you're not signing people in the business. I know this is a customer training right now, but think about it, right? If I share my story and why I started the products, I'm going to have background to that story, right? So when I'm in conversation with people about my story and why I love the products and why they should use them, I have background conversation to bring to the table to continue that conversation going. If you are using my content and saying, hey, that's cute, I'm going to go remake that, and you literally write exactly what I wrote, that's not your story. That's why you're not enrolling customers. You can't be me. I'm sorry. No, I'm flattered, but you can't be me, right? You can't be Hasey. You can't be Linz. The world doesn't need another one of us. The world needs you. And the reason you're here is because you have something that you can serve your community with, your platform with, right? If you haven't taken your own before and after photo, but you're sharing every single leader in this team's before and after photo, that's why you're not signing customers. Like, I spend literally hours making content for myself, guys. Every single week. I spend sometimes 2 hours in one spot making a content slide. Connor will be talking to me and I'm like in one ear out the other. What did you say? Because I'm so focused, right? That's how focused you need to be. I'm not saying ignore your spouse or whatever, but at the end of the day, if you want to build this business to free product credit, to 12K, to 40K, 80K, like you have to be focused and you have to be willing to take the time to go make your own content. To go say, hey team, anyone have any updated before and afters? I'm making new content. I'll share it with you guys. Because guess what that's going to do? That's going to allow other people to, one, see that you're taking the lead, that you can make content, right? You need to be stepping up to the plate. You need to show up as how you want to be in this business. Because I will tell you right now, I still see content that I made in other businesses floating around. And I'm like, sister, you just cold messaged me, but I made that slide on your stories, right? Know your worth, know your capabilities, know that what your story is, you need to share that, not my story. Not my exact words, right? Even if it's like me saying, oh, I've been, MIA because XYZ, like that's cool. If you've been MIA too and you want to share like something on your story about that, do it in your own words, not my words, right? Not Lindsay's words, not Katie's words, your own words, because your words is exactly what your audience needs, guys. Not mine, not Lindsay's, not Katie's, not Hasey's, not Britt, you. Okay. And the last thing that I want to say with that is like, again, if you are not making your own content and you're not having conversations and you're not doing IPAs intentionally every single day and you want to be a mass enroller in this business, I need you to ask yourself, am I actually showing up and bringing effort to this? Am I? Or am I just taking the easy way out and using what a leader is doing and making it, basically in not even my own words, because I see a lot of you guys not doing that, but you know what I mean? Like you have to make it your own. I don't care if you want to take inspo from Lindsay's opportunity story and set it up the same way, but don't be writing word for word what she said. Come on, like effort, right? Action equals attraction. Attraction equals opportunity. Once you get there, I'm telling you, like you can seal the deal. You just have to share your opportunity, what you have, why you love it. So that's a big thing I wanted to touch on is start making your own content. I promise you guys, like I feel like this team in general kind of has fallen into a little bit of this, like we're getting so big and like starting new, a lot of big newbies coming in and we need to help people get things set up, which I probably will be doing a updated opportunity story and like slides training for that. But I feel like over time in the last couple of years, we've gotten so lenient on here, just use this because you're new. And I really want to get us back to making our own content. At least my downline. If you're not a part of my downline, let this go in one ear and out the other if you don't care. But if you're in my downline, I really, really, really want us to start focusing on making our own content. Because I promise you, any time that I'm not enrolling in my business for customers or I feel like I'm in a rut, I have to check myself. Even as somebody who's running for 80K, I have to check myself and say, did you add multiple times today to both of your platforms? Did you make a new content slide in the last week? Are you bringing fresh content to the table? Because guess what? If you're not adding to your network and you're not posting fresh product content, guess what? The same people that have been watching your stories for the last 30 days are still going to be watching them and they're going to see a new content thread and they're going to say, oh, that one's cute. You need new people, right? Constantly. I'm not saying that I'm going to tell you to go follow 100 people a day, but I'll tell you right now, I probably follow more than that intentionally. It's not just follow, 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 follow because you're going to like my products. It's, hey, let me take the time over the next 5 to 10 minutes to go through and find people I genuinely relate to. Let me add them to my network. Let me do 3, 2, 1 with them. Let me share my products right before I do 3, 2, 1. So that way, when I go add new people to my network and they see my little name pop up and they're like, who's this girl? And they go click my page, they're going to see all the products in my story, right? Intention. Before I used to go to work, when I worked a 9 to 5, I opened the store as a manager at Loft. I had to be in that store sometimes before 6 a.m. You know what I was doing at 5:30 in the morning? Setting my stories up and talking on my story while I'm driving in the car on the way to work. Point blank. I don't care how many times you say you don't have time. I don't care how many times you say you got to work. Like, so did I. So did Lindsay. So did other people who brought it to the top. But if you truly want this for yourself and you want to serve customers with these products, it's about showing up and doing the things that need to get done regardless. I don't have more hours in the day. Lindsay doesn't have more hours. Hasey, Brianna, all of us, we have the same number of hours in the day. It's about bringing intention to your social media. All right, let me get to the next things that I wanted to touch on. And again, if you guys have any questions at all about customers, enrolling them, please pop them below because I am going to end that off with a little bit of a Q&A. Just looking at my notes here to see what else. Already talked about that. Okay. So this is what I want to talk about real quick before I get into some retention and all that kind of stuff is, so I know we talked a couple weeks ago with Lindsay about starting from day 0, right? Constantly starting over from day 0. And we have that analogy about the popcorn and keeping the heat on it. You know, we have done many, many trainings about that. But I really wanted to bring a different perspective for you guys. So I want you guys to think about the last time you fell off of this business, right? The last time you forgot to post for 3 days in a row, or life got too busy and, you know, you fell off, because it happens. Or maybe you just needed a break, right? If you're not at 4K, 12K, whatever your goal is, if you're not there yet, I want you to remember the last time you fell off. And now I want to remind you of a time that you fell off and then you saw Katie go live on Facebook. And you hopped on that live and you said, wow, like, she's pouring some love into me right now. She's lighting my fire. Because we all know Katie. Katie will light a fire under your booty in 2 seconds, right? And then you say, I'm off this call. I'm ready. Like, Katie poured into me. I'm ready to go. And then the next day, you're not running, right? I need you to take it back to that moment that you said, I'm ready. Katie inspired me. Let's go. That feeling you had right after you got off of one of Katie's inspirational lives, that's day 1. That's moment 0. Okay. From that point on, you need to stay consistent, because if you don't, at point 0, continue and say, you know what, this is my last point 0 because I'm going to hit my goal. If you don't stay consistent, it's not going to happen, right? But what's going to happen if you do stay consistent, right? The moment you start from day 0 again, everything you've done on your social media, everything that you thought counted, it doesn't count. Why? Because your credibility went out the window when you said, I'm not going to post about this today. Because the second you post again, that support you're looking for that you're not getting right now, I promise you, you're not getting it right now while you're showing up, because people are watching you. People want to know what the products are doing for you. People want to know how the capsules make you feel, or how you were able to give up your coffee addiction, or how you've lost so much weight, or why you're so excited to buy that new bikini from Shen because you can fit in it this summer, right? Share those vulnerable things. Because when you do that from day 0 and you continue consistently doing that, when you get to day 90, the person who watched you show up on day 0 might be ready by day 90. But you'd never know because you gave up on day 5. Right? Next time you start from day 0, remember what I just said right now. Day 0 is your moment to shine. That's your clean slate. That's your moment to say, you know what? This is my last day 0 because my goals are worth it and I'm worth it. And the people I'm serving with these products, they're worth it and their goals are worth it. Switch the mindset. Guys, I promise you, when you switch it to education, to I'm doing this for other people, to I'm going to share how this helped me, you're going to bring in a plethora of people. It might not be in 5 minutes from making that post. It might not be in 5 minutes from going live, but sometimes it might be. But you would never know because you're too afraid or you're too scared to share your story. Cut the bull. Again, enrolling in your business, guys, as a customer starts with realizing that you were once the potential on the other side of the screen, right? You had X, Y, and Z reason for wanting to use the products. So I need you to be a human and relate to them and be passionate and show up with them and say, you know what, I totally understand, what you might be working towards right now. Like, I definitely think I can help you, or I know I can help you. Guys, when I'm talking to potentials, like, and they tell me their goals, I'm like, girl, I got you. Why? Because I'm so incredibly confident in what our products do that I don't have a doubt in my mind that they're going to get them in their hands and not love them, right? So you need to have that confidence, and confidence is a muscle. You're not going to be confident from day zero, right? I'm never going to sit here and say you have to fake it until you make it. But in confidence, if you want to be confident and you're not confident at this moment, you need to fake being confident, because faking that confidence is going to help turn it into real confidence, because you're going to start seeing like, holy crap, when I support me first, other people support me. Give yourself the respect of supporting you first. I don't care if your dad doesn't support you. Mine didn't. I don't care if your boyfriend thinks it's not a real job. Mine didn't. Now he's a 40K leader, right? So at the end of the day, you know your worth. You know what this business can do. I need you to lead from what this business is doing for you. Okay, so we touched a little bit on making your own content, having your level ones connected, guys, right? You need to help them with conversations as well. Getting on Zooms, leading from the front, learning about the products, getting on the team page. I will say it right now. One of my biggest pet peeves with girls in my downline, and they know this, is when they say, what does X, Y, and Z product do? Guys, 3 before me. 3 before Lindsay, 3 before M, 3 before Katie, Brittany, Hasey. I need you guys to go out there and try and be self-sufficient and try and find the answer yourself, because I promise we have 3 team pages. And I will tell you right now, like I said, one of them we had 3 years ago, and that's taken 3 years, 3 years of leaders, 3 years of knowledge. Like, there's so much in there. Any question you could possibly have is in there. And if you can't find it after you've tried, ask someone, right? But at the end of the day, I'll tell you right now, I have learned so much and have grown so much in this business because I went out there and I looked for it. And honestly, it wasn't because I was trying to be self-sufficient. It's because I was afraid that Lindsay was going to yell at me or something because I was asking her so many questions. Okay. But like, yeah, just like Hasey said, I never listened to the product video. Still till this day, I've never listened to it. But I know every single product like the back of my hand. Why? Because I've studied the PDFs. I know my product. Number one, like, let's take it back all the way when we started this video. The number one thing is, if you don't know what the products do or you don't know what 3-step does, you need to go learn that first, because you will never be successful in this business without knowing the product that you're selling. Okay. All right, so I want you guys to show or throw some questions in the chat if you have any about customers, anything about customer enrolling, retention, anything like that. Just throw it in there and I will answer it, because I'm getting to the end of my notes here. But I have a couple different questions that I had saved from my team that I wanted to touch on with you guys. So just to wrap up some of what I talked about already. Okay, so, again, it's not one story, it's not one post, it's a collective effort. Starting with making your own content, being self-sufficient, showing up, right? Showing up as what you want to be in this business. Whether it's a 4K or a 200K, there's levels to this shit, okay? Let me tell you that right now. The person that I was when I was a 4K, like, I was not ready in my mind for 80,000. Like, no way. Like, I don't even think that I would be able to handle it. Right? But I've grown into this person that I've become over the last few years, where I'm able to handle a team of 800 people. I'm able to, help people throughout the day and still get my business in the forefront done and help new people, right? But at the end of the day, you have to show up as who you want to be. My 12K Hasey, I took her to Cabo with me right after she hit 4K. And then the next month she went 12K. But what happened when we were on that trip is she sat around a table with other 12K and above leaders, and she heard the conversations. She heard the things that were going on in our mindsets, right? And it's like, wow, like, I am not doing enough, or I need to be doing this. And what did she do? She came home from that trip and double promoted. She hit 12K, literally, right after that trip. Why? Because she realized, holy crap, I'm not doing everything that I can do. And when you get around people with mindsets that are so incredibly positive and uplifting and want you to succeed, That is where the magic happens. But it happens when you decide, right? We talk about this all the time, when you decide. So when you are working to build this business, you have to show up as what you want to be. And again, we're talking about customer enrollments here. So it's like, do you want to be a mass enroller? How many customers do you want to bring in a month? Set goals for yourself. I have a board right here. My desk is an absolute mess, so I'll just bring it over here. But every single month, I take this board down and I write my goals, right? So for March 2021, I'm going to earn an $80,000 bonus. Our team, my goal for us is to go 87,000 by the end of this month. That's my goal. $7,000 over 80K. Why? Because we dream big here, right? Then I have PP's goal. PP for me, if you're in my downline, you know that PP stands for potential promoter. PC is potential customer. So notice I don't have here necessarily enrollments, but my goal is I want to get 20 new customer potentials. I want to get 15 new promoter potentials. Why? Because if I'm planting seeds with that many people, people are going to sign. And every single day, me showing up, sharing my story with these products, more people are going to see that while I'm talking to these ones, right? So you need to have these goals set. I have down here what I want on my team this month. I'm running to help 4 babes on my personal line hit 4K, 2 more for 12. I want another 40K, Brianna, if you on here, right? So I have all these things written down and I have them on my desk, right? I'm looking at them every single day. I have 80K plastered around my house on sticky notes. Why? Because I want that ingrained in my brain, right? My livelihood is this business. This business is what pays my bills. That might not be the same for you yet, but the only way you're going to get there is start showing up by that person and start doing the things that that person would do. So write down your goals, show up on social media. I need an action plan, right? If you're going to talk about the products, make a product story. Okay. Well, yeah, look at, blow up the damn balloons, guys. Casey, my downline, sent me 80K balloons. And ready? Look at this. Talk about manifestation. Where is it? What's this? Times 2. Why? Because Connor's a 40K too, and he's going to go 80. Point blank. You know what you want. You know you're capable. Go out and do the work. Okay, so a couple things I want to touch on, just some questions I want to answer real quick. And then if anyone has questions, like I said, shoot them in the chat and we'll touch on them. But the next question that I had is, how do I create eye-catching content to get people to buy? And I thought this was a good question to go into with the next topic, since we just wrapped up that first question technically. The eye-catching content doesn't get people to buy. I'll tell you that right now. Of course, I have different content slides that do better than others. Some are cuter than others, whatever. But again, it's not the bells and whistles that gets people to buy. I could put up the most ugly freaking post on my story and still enroll someone. Why? Because it's about the message that I am bringing to the table. I don't care if you literally have a white background and you don't even have your face on it and you just share your story via text. Like, that's what matters. It's not about creating eye-catching content. Yes, that's fun. I'm a marketing person. I love content. I love creating visuals. But at the end of the day, like, that's not what's getting people in my system, right? That's not what's getting people in my back office. What's getting people in my back office is me being consistent for the last 6 years that I've been in this industry and showing up every single day on social during that time. Whether I was with this business or another business or whatever, it's been 6 years that I've been showing up on social media, growing my network every single day, meeting new people on social media. I will tell you right now, like, I'm just turned 24 years old and like, I don't know how to meet people in LA without social media. Like, that's who I am. Like, I don't know how to do that because first of all, we just had this whole, pandemic and everything was shut down. But this day and age, everybody's on social media. Everyone is sharing highlight reels from their life. So at the end of the day, it's just about getting on social media and sharing my story, right? It all comes full circle back to that, because you can create the most eye-catching content, spend 3 hours making slides, and maybe not have one person show interest, right? So it's really about the intention you're putting in and what message are you bringing? What value are you serving your platform with, right? What are you talking about in the products that's going to help someone else solve a pain point, okay? So that is my answer to that question. Number 3, how do I get people interested? How do I get people interested? Consistent. Okay, so I wrote that. How do I get people interested in the business? Again, same thing. Consistency. Like there's no other way for me to explain it. Like you got to do the work, right? If you're not personally taking initiative in your own life to get healthy and not sharing that journey, like what are you doing it for? Are you here for the money? Because at the end of the day, the money is not going to come unless you put the work in and you show up every single day, right? So if you're not doing this, I challenge you guys to change your health and wellness life. Like for me, I'm going through this whole celiac testing panel. Like I'm trying to figure out what the heck is wrong with my digestive system. So what am I talking about all the time? I'm talking about Boost. I'm talking about Biotic. I'm talking about every product that we have that's going to help my gut health. Why? Because I know that's what I'm going through right now. And I know that there's other people out there that are also dealing with gut health issues. So I'm going to go on my own journey and share that with people. Why? Because people are inspired by what you set out to do. Okay. I promise you right now, you're inspiring people on your social media that you don't even know exist. People that don't even ever reach out to you, they're watching your stuff. And they're saying, damn, I really want to use these products, or wow, I really want to do this with this girl, but like, I'm just scared to reach out. You need to be the one to show up every single day and be so consistent in bringing your personality to the forefront that that person feels like they know who you are, so they're not afraid anymore, right? Enrollments come from people who like you, who know you, and who trust you. So you need to be the person to show up every single day to cultivate the start of that relationship for whoever it is, right? You need to show up, share your passion, share who you are, be so authentically you that like everybody you would connect with in person on social wants to be your friend. Like be you, honestly. That's what it comes down to. Okay, so I talked a little about that consistency. I personally shoot to have 5 to 10 new conversations a day. That's not 5 to 10 like, oh, let me go follow up with 5 to 10 people. That's literally new people. Like I'm going on social in the morning, I'm doing my first focus round of IPAs. And then after that, I am trying to have conversations with people, new people that I've never talked to before. Right. I get most of my potentials on Facebook. If you're not getting any potentials on Instagram, try out being more heavy on Facebook. Right now, I'm literally blocked from liking, commenting, and posting on my Instagram. I have no idea how, because I wasn't on my social media basically all weekend. It was my birthday. I was traveling, and I came back on Monday to see that I couldn't do any of that stuff. But why did it not affect me? Because I know what I bring to the table on other platforms. I know that I have Facebook. I have a backup account that I can go share my posts on. It's not about likes. It's not about followers. It's not about any of that bullshit. It's literally about sharing who you are, your story, and how you can help other people. Shoot to have 5 to 10 new conversations every single day. Am I saying I have 5 to 10 conversations every day? No. But if I have 4, cool. If I have 3, awesome. Did I try? Did I show up? Okay, awesome. Don't beat yourself up over it, but try, right? Don't give up. Don't say you tried and you didn't, because that's not going to get you anywhere. Okay, another question that I was asked is, when you see people asking for recommendations, do you reach out to them? So for this one, I will say, there has been times where I see people on social media saying, oh my God, like I need, a hair product, or I need a skincare line, or I need, a weight loss regimen. And I don't necessarily just jump into their comments and I'm like, hey girl, I have Thrive. You need to know about this, blah, blah. No. If anything, what I do is I say, hey girl, I'd love to chat with you. Shoot me a message. I think I can help you out. That's what I say. I humanize it. I don't need the whole world to see my what I'm talking about. I don't need to act like I'm some spammy robot and I need to comment this right away. No, I simply say, hey, I have something that might help. Feel free to reach out to me. If they do, cool, awesome. I can help them. If they don't, you think it's affecting me? No, I'm already on to the next. I'm already on the next interaction, right? So for me, it depends. There was a girl who actually hit 4K. She was with me for a while. I went to college with her. She had a baby, and then she kind of just like backed off and went back to her job, which is totally fine, right? But the reason she got into this business and she went 4K is because she made a post one day on Facebook about her loans. And she said like something about, Sally Mae is taking all her money or whatever. And I was like, girl, you need to work with me. We'll kick those loans right out. Guess what? She was one of the best people to ever enroll with me as far as like running wise, right? She knew what she was doing. She was self-sufficient. She did things. She hit 4K on her own religiously. But that wouldn't have happened if I didn't take the initiative to say, hey, I have something that you might be interested in, right? I'm not saying you have to go out there and get into inboxes and send hey girl messages. But at the end of the day, guys, what makes a cold message is when you message somebody you've never talked to before. It's a random lead. It's, hey girl, try my product because you're pretty. But at the end of the day, you responding to a story that someone says, hey, I'm looking for weight loss, technically you responding to that is still a cold message, right? Because it's a cold lead. You don't know that person. It's not about whether it's a cold message or not. It's about, are you being annoying or are you being genuine and authentic, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're just saying, hey girl, I have something that might help you, feel free to shoot me a message. Yeah, she's a cold lead, but she put something out there to say, hey, I'm looking for X, Y, and Z. I'm not saying you have to be annoying. I'm not saying you can't even literally direct message, a dream team potential that you have, but it's about how you do it, right? The intention behind it and what you're doing is going to help you build this business. Because if you go into it with just saying like, oh, I'm not going to reach out to this person, or I'm not going to tell them what I have because that's a cold message, like you're blocking yourself from blessings, honestly. And I feel like I've shared this a few times on my trainings. Again, I'm not saying that you have to do this, but at the end of the day, guys, the more that you are social first, the more conversations you're going to have going. And again, that is not saying, hey girl, you want to try a patch? That is, I've been following you for a while. I love your content. Where are you from? Like, or, I saw on your page you took your dog to the park. Like, that's so cute. Like, what kind of dog is he? Right? The things you're interested in, talk to them about that, because that's what's going to create a friendship. That's what's going to create a genuine interaction that down the line, if she continues to watch your stuff, because now you've become Insta friends, she's going to watch your stories because you watch hers. And over time, if she's interested in the products because you're staying consistent and you're sharing your story, guess what? She might feel comfortable enough to say, hey, I know you share this product every day. What is it? Can you tell me about it? I promise you, when you are doing the work first and you're being social first and you're taking that initiative to say, hey, I might not have a lot of people in my inbox right now, but I'm going to go out there and share from the rooftops what this does for me and why I love it. I promise you'll have people in your inbox. I'm not saying the first day you will, but day 90 you will. Day 365, you'll probably have a couple hundred people in your inbox, right? It's about what you do when it's not showing up that gets you paid 6 months down the line. Right now, the paycheck that I just got today that literally brought tears to my eyes, that was not from necessarily just last week, right? Like, yeah, it was last week and last week pay period. But the enrollments that I got last week, I'll tell you, some of those people have been watching my stories for the last 9 months. You cannot come into this business and think you're going to sign all these customers tomorrow because you posted a story. It doesn't work like that. It's a compound effect, right? All right, so the next thing, how do you upsell for larger orders? So this was another question that I actually thought was pretty interesting because I don't upsell anybody, right? I don't sell people on the products. I share what I think would best benefit them for their goals, right? So right off the bat, if someone says they want weight loss and they're struggling with gut health, maybe they're tired, I know, okay, you want weight loss. All right. So we have a few options. We have Ultra, we have TAC now. I think we still have Burn. I'm 99% sure. So it's like, okay, what are your health goals? What are your eating habits like? What are your workout habits like? If they don't have the best eating habits and they're not working out, I might start them on Ultra at first, but I'm going to throw in Sculpt with them right off the bat. And I'm going to recommend Balance as well. I right off the bat recommend the largest, most effective lineup that I believe will help them with their goals. And if you don't know how to recommend products, again, it goes back to learning your product. It goes back to trying to be self-sufficient and learning what they do so you can better recommend things for your clients, because that is going to make the conversation so much easier, so much shorter. They're going to have questions right off the bat. How does this work? Okay, cool. Do I take it this time? Okay, how much? Right? That is where you want to be in your business, where your conversations get to the point of, hey girl, I'm interested. Okay, girl, what are your goals? I want to do this. Okay, this is what you need. I got you. Passion, share your testimony. Any questions about that? They're going to ask their questions. You're going to answer them. The last question I promise that they will have is, how much is it? I never end a conversation with a product potential without telling them how much it is, and with them responding saying, okay, like I'm really interested. I want to purchase this, whether it be right then and there, or they're going to say, I'm interested in purchasing this when I get paid. Okay, what's the next thing I'm doing? I'm grabbing my planner and I'm saying, okay, girl, what day do you have in mind so I can follow up with you? Or I'll touch base with you on that day. What day works best for you? I am getting to know what they want, when they want it, when they'll be ready to purchase it. And I'm putting dates down. Why? Because when you come at it from a place of, I'm a business owner, this is my profession, and you're professional with it, they're going to realize, like, oh shit, this is for real. This is her business. Like, I'm literally talking to a professional right now, right? Be confident. Know your products. That is how you're going to upsell for larger orders, is because you're going to recommend every single bomb product that they're going to want for their goals. And once you do, if that's too much for them, no worries. We can do options. The beautiful thing about our products, guys, is that you can literally do individual packs. It doesn't necessarily have to be a full 3-step. I have girls who don't do shakes. Half the time I don't do a shake in the daytime because I do boost and I do thirst, right? So I talk about the different products I use. Again, that's where it comes in with social media. If you're getting on your stories every day and talking about your products, or you're doing your boost on camera, or you're taking your capsules in the morning, guys, I can't tell you, when I first started my business, how many times I would simply just put a picture of my capsules in my hand and say, like, coffee replacement. Remember, because I stopped drinking coffee the first year, people would be like, what are those? And that's when it was like, yay, this is my opportunity, because my action attracted the question. And now I'm at the opportunity to seal the deal or tell him what it is so I can educate them. You don't upsell, you recommend. You find what your client needs and you give them a solution. You ask what the pain point is and you find the solution. If they can't afford that large lineup, then you say, okay, girl, what's your budget? I can work with you. If they can't afford that first whole lineup with the sculpt, the boost, the blast, the balance, everything that you recommended, okay, no worries. What's your budget? Right? Or you can give them options. I usually do that after the budget, but I promise you, asking your client what their budget is after you give them the initial things that you would recommend them, that puts the ball in your court to say, okay, how much are you looking to spend? Because I promise you, if you're in that place of like price confidence scares you, that's going to make you realize, like, oh shit, this client is willing to spend more than I thought they were, right? Don't sell yourself short. Do not think that, oh, this person doesn't want to buy this, it's too expensive. Know your product, have confidence in your product, and make sure that when you're talking to people, you are not discounting the product because they can't afford it. These are premium grade products, guys. And when you order a 3-step, you're literally, especially if they're a new customer, they're getting a second box of shake free. A lot of you guys might not know this because this actually launched when we did UTC the first time in spring of 2020. We didn't have a new experience pack. We didn't have a 3-step that came with a second box of shake for free. People used to have to pay for that. So then if you think about it, a 150 step is like 194. So they're actually getting a deal. And then let me help you out a little bit more on verbiage. Verbiage is everything. Okay. When someone asks me how much a product is, I am making sure that I am not telling them the product price with my credits. I am going back to, what was the retail price? How much was it for the extra box of shake? So if someone goes, oh, I want a weight loss system with sculpt and balance, I know off the top of my head, if you get a 3-step with all the steps for the whole month, shake, capsules, and sculpt, plus your patches and your balance, that's going to be around $250 plus. So what am I doing when I'm applying credits? I'm saying, hey girl, I'm going to save you $65. You're getting the shakes for free shakes, $44 is going to save you right there. And then I'm adding another $20 on top of your order in my own credits to save you some money. That's $65 they just saved. Yes, the back office reflect that you gave them $20 in credits, but realize that they are saving money already with that pack, right? Verbiage. When it comes to upselling or getting larger orders in, it's about your confidence. It really is. Because I'll tell you right now, when I first started this business, I didn't even used to sign packs for promoters. I would sign 150 packs. Literally, they would get capsules, 1 box of shake, and standard patches. That's what I was letting people in the business with. When I changed that and I said, you're getting bomb leaders, bomb trainings, bomb comp plan, everything here. You need a pack to be in this team. I want you to know the value of these products. That's when my business changed. Why? Because I wasn't discounting what we had our hands on because I was staying in their pockets thinking about what they could and couldn't afford. Stay out of your clients' pockets, guys. It's not your business how much money they have, how much they can or can't spend. It's your business to educate them about what we have and how it's going to help them. That is how I sell large orders. Another thing, samples. If you guys are not doing samples, do them. I promise you right now, that will change your business because people are getting the product in their hand. They're going to feel it working for themselves and they'll be like, holy crap, this is amazing. I need this. I do not let people into my business with free accounts. And I talked about this a little bit on another training that I did. But if I have someone that I genuinely think would be a runner in this business, and I know this is more promoter focused, but same general thing, I interview them. I have a phone call with them and they still don't start for free. You know what they do? They buy a sample from me, $30. If they're willing to get on an hour call and be interviewed by me, let me know their why, let me know why they want to try these products, and they're willing to buy a mini, sure, I'll work with you. Same thing with customers. If they can't afford that pack, don't just say, okay, girl, text me when you're ready. Say, no problem, girl. If you're not ready to buy the full month, I have a mini trial you can get started for. It's nine products, full size, 3 days of 3-step. Let's get it in your hands. $25. Guys, $25 for 200. You know how many people are going to Chick-fil-A tonight and spending 30? I mean, damn, I got Chinese food for just myself today and it was $30, right? People pay for what they want. So when you're having conversations with people about the products that we have, make sure you're touching their pain points. Because if it's a pain in the ass enough, sorry, you got littles on here. If it's a pain in the ass, guess what? They're going to want it. So don't be afraid. Don't hold back. Samples. Also, if you have not done the online cloud-based samples yet, hello, amazing. I'm horrible at going to the post office. You literally spend $72. You get not only the volume from that going towards your tracker, but also you get 6 samples that are in the computer. You can go over to Insta and say, these are my products. This is why I love it. I have many experiences, 6 of them. They're $20. Guess what? Get their Venmo, get their Apple Pay, whatever. Make your money back. And then guess what? You don't even have to go to the post office to send it out. You just put it right in there online. They get free shipping and it's there. It's boom. It even sends you an email when they get it delivered so you can check in on them. Guys, this business model is incredible. These products are incredible. What it takes is you stepping up to the plate and saying, you know what? I'm not going to hold back because I know what I have my hands on. I would be doing my audience a disservice by not sharing this so bold, loudly, and proudly, right? There's literally a reason that I've been taking these products every single day for 3 years, and it's not because they don't work, right? We know that. So that's what I wanted to touch on tonight. It is getting a little late here, so I think we're going to cut it off on there. But I do have some retention tips. I'll probably go live in Limitless or Hustle and Thrive Tribe so we can all see that tomorrow. And I'll share those tips. So if any of you guys have questions at all, shoot me them on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll write them down and make sure to touch on them in that live. But guys, what it comes down to is you. Point blank. If you're not enrolling in your business, it's because you're not doing all the things. And don't tell me you are, because I'm not. I'm not doing all the things, but I'm doing a lot of the things consistently every single day, right? And the reason that I have built the business that I have, the team that I have, the leadership skills that I have was not because I showed up to this business as somebody who already possessed them. It's because I wanted this so bad that I did not let anything get in my way. And if you follow me on social, you read my post today about how I talked about, opinions of others and things regarding this business. You know these products work. Share what they do for you. You know the business works. Share what it's doing for your life, right? Follow up with your customers. Be organized when you're talking to new potentials. Shoot for new conversations every single day. I don't care if you just get one and you wanted 10. That's one heartbeat, one person, one life you can change. So I want to leave it off with that. Again, let me know if you guys have any questions, anything like that over on social, and I will make sure that I answer those on the live video. I probably will do it in Hustle and Thrive Tribe just because I know a lot of us might also not be in Limitless. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Just what it comes down to is sharing the products. There's no secret sauce. There's no pretty content. It's literally a plethora and a compounding of every single thing you've heard every single one of us leaders talk about. It's not just let me post today and hope I get someone in my inbox. It's a business. It takes effort. And that's why so many people in this industry are not successful, is because they don't put the work in and they don't realize that, yeah, the freedom is amazing, but I'll tell you right now, I work 10 times harder than somebody who's managing a store as a GM. Why? Because I don't have a paycheck that's going to come no matter what. I don't have, like corporate systems and all that bull crap that's going to like save my ass if I don't do the work. Like I got to do the work or my bills don't get paid. And whether you may be in that position or not right now, if you want to get to the point where this can produce just so many amazing things for your life, I need you to realize it starts right now, and it starts with showing up every single day from day 0. And don't give up. I don't care if you're here for 4 years and you're still not 4K yet, because the second you do decide to do this, you are claiming it for yourself. I am already an 80K in my head. Shit, I'm already at 200K in my head. But what are you? What are you in your head? Because that's what matters. That's going to be the driving factor that has you show up every single day for your goals and your dreams. And that's what's going to have other people in your inbox, because you're inspiring the fuck out of them. Excuse my French, but that's where we're leaving it off. Let's end this month heavy. Let's do it strong. Let's go show everybody what Lavelle is about, because we have some life-changing ish here and y'all know it. Good night.